Okay, welcome to another episode of Black Atlas Goings On. My name is Kenny, aka Black Atlas, and today we are doing a video that we haven't done in a while. We are doing one in the Ninja Foodi, and today it is the crispy chicken thighs with carrots and rice pilaf recipe. As usual, what we are doing is we are going to go ahead and go through the ingredients first, and then we will go through the steps one by one. So the first ingredient, we have a box of rice pilaf. Then we have 1 3/4 cups of water. We have a tablespoon of butter. Now, here we go with this. So it called for 6 ounce rice pilaf. I could only find a 7 ounce. And I could not find a 6 ounce anywhere I went. All I saw was the rice-a-roni rice pilaf, and it's 7 ounces. So instead of 1 3 cups of water, it actually calls for 2 cups of water, and it calls for 2 tablespoons of butter, except other than 1 tablespoon of butter. And then, so we have 4 carrots peeled and cut lengthwise. We have 4 uncooked chicken thighs that are boneless but skin on. So I had to debone them. And then we have 2 tablespoons of honey, which we are actually going to warm up for part of this recipe. And then we have 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. We have 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin. We have 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. We have 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And then we have 2 teaspoons of poultry spice. So that is all of the ingredients. So next we are going to start going through the recipe one by one. Action. Okay, so we are back at the steps, and now I am wearing a funny camera because I am going to try a different point of view, so that way as I'm putting the ingredients in, I have a view that I can put in on the video. I don't know what I'm doing, so just to let you know, if these views don't come out or if it's not where it's supposed to be, you will not see this footage. So I'm sorry that you have to see me wearing this, because you may not see this footage at all. So, yeah. So here we go. Step one by one. We are going to go ahead and place the rice pilaf, the water, and butter into the pot and then stir to incorporate. So let's go ahead and get that done. Go ahead and get the water in there. Go ahead and get the butter. Get the seasoning in there for the rice pilaf. And let me get a spoon, because it says stir to incorporate. I tried to use warm water so that way it would help the butter melt, but it has been sitting for a little bit, so it may not be warm enough. And then next steps, it says place the reversible rack in the pot, making sure the rack is in the higher position. So that reversible rack is over here, and this would be the lower position. It says it wants it in the higher position. And then we are going to place that in the pot. And then we are going to place the carrots in the center of the rack. let's get the carrots and place them in here. And then arrange the chicken thighs skin side up around the carrots and assemble the pressure lid, making sure the pressure release valve is in the seal position. So let's get that done. All right, let's get these placed in there, skin side up. Okay, so we have the chicken and carrots in there, and the rice pilaf is on the bottom, and the rice pilaf seasoning. And so it says, assemble the pressure lid, making sure that pressure release valve is in the seal position. And then we are going to select pressure. And then set to high. And then we are going to set the time for 4 minutes. And then select start stop to begin. And then there we go. So that is going to start cooking, and then we'll move on to the next steps in a few. Okay, so the next step says, while the chicken and rice are cooking, stir together the warm honey, smoked paprika, cumin, and 1 teaspoon of salt, and then set aside. So we are going to I did warm up the honey, and then we are going to put in the honey the smoked paprika, smoked paprika smells amazing. Actually smoked that myself. And then we are going to put cumin. Actually smoked cumin as well. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. So let me grab a little measuring spoon. And I'll take 1 of these teaspoons. And it says stir this together and then set aside. Okay, and that is set aside. So after that, it says when the pressure cooking is complete, you're going to quick release the pressure by moving the pressure release valve to the vent position, then carefully remove the lid when it's finished. Brush the carrots with the seasoned honey, and then brush the chicken with the olive oil, and then season evenly with the poultry spice and remaining salt. So then we're also going to put the crisping lid in there and then put it to broil. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get a pan to put the carrots and the chicken in, so that way I can flip it over and brush it and season it all over, and then get it back on the rack when it's time. So I will see y'all when it goes off and it is time to pull everything out and brush it. Okay, so the next step says to release the pressure. So let's go ahead and do that. And it says when pressure cooking is complete, quick release the pressure by moving the pressure release valve to the vent position. If you can hear it, that's what it's doing. And then after that, it says remove the lid when it has finished releasing pressure. And so after that, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to remove the carrots and the chicken. So that way I'm not just getting little surface areas. I'm getting the whole carrots and the whole pieces of chicken. I'm going to put the chicken in one pan and the carrots in another pan. And then I'm going to brush the chicken with the olive oil and then season with the poultry spice and the rest of the salt. And then we're going to brush the carrots with the seasoned honey. So when I'm doing that, I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and take the carrots out and put them in this pan, and I am going to take the chicken out and put it in this pan. And then once I get that done, I'll be right back with you. Okay, so we have the carrots right here in this pan, and then we have the chicken thighs in this pan. So let's go ahead and hurry up, keep the heat on in there while that rice pilaf is working. And we are going to go ahead and get these carrots brushed with the seasoned butter. Actually, you know what? We're going to do the chicken first so we can get the chicken back in there and then put the carrots in between it. So we're going to go ahead and get this chicken flipped over so that way we can get the bottom first and then get the top. And we are going to go ahead and get the chicken brushed with the olive oil and then get it seasoned. I did go ahead and put the salt in there. All right, I got that in the shaker. So let's go ahead and get the oil put on the chicken. After we oil the chicken, we're going to go ahead and get the seasoning evenly distributed onto the chicken, and then we'll move on to the carrots. So I will see y'all in a few. Okay, so I have the chicken put back in there, and so we'll go ahead and put oil on the top side. And it already smells good. It's not even done yet, and the seasoning isn't even on it yet. I'm just putting the oil and the seasoning on there. And I have my seasoning right here. All right, now we have the carrots. Now it's time to grab the carrots, the glaze. And I'm actually going to, it's set for a little bit, so I'm going to heat it up for probably about 10 seconds, then stir it up again, and then we're going to go ahead and brush the carrots. Okay, so we have the honey mixture warmed back up. So I am getting it stirred and reincorporated since it sat there for a little bit. And then I am going to go ahead, there we go. And we have our carrots in the pan right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the carrots brushed and get them flipped over and then get that side brushed. And then we're going to get them back in the Ninja Foodi on the rack. And then before the next step starts, I'll go ahead and come back to you. Okay, so it says to close the crisping lid and select broil. I had to turn it off from pressure first. And then select broil and 10 minutes and then stop. And so the cooking will be complete and I will show y'all how it goes afterwards. See you in about 10 minutes. Okay, so the timer actually just went off on broil. So one thing that I do not trust when it comes to chicken is times instead of temperatures. You'll end up eating raw chicken. So I have my instant read thermometer here that I'm actually going to check this chicken before I take it out in case we need to leave it in there for a few more minutes. So this chicken right here is reading at 150. This is reading at 156. This one's reading at 160. This one's 154. So we're actually going to put these back in there uh, for another 5 minutes. Actually, on broil. And we'll leave it 10 minutes, but we'll check it in about 5. So I'll see y'all back in about 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. It's been, I checked it at about 8 minutes, and then I ran and washed my hands and stuff, and now I'm back. And it says there's about 3 minutes left, but I checked the temperature, and it is actually done. So I'm going to stop that and then go ahead and get it turned off, lift it up. So it smells actually amazing. Smells really good. Some of the carrots look a little bit crispy because I don't think they're supposed to be in there as long, but the chicken needed to be done. So what I am action. Okay, so I did bring you in, so now I'm going to get everything put out on plates for me and my family, and then I'll go ahead and taste it and get that taste test in, and we'll let you know how it is. So I'll be right back with you in a little bit. Due to some technical difficulties for some strange reason, the video did not record of me doing the taste test. It recorded right after it. So unfortunately, you get to sit here and watch a food. But I will tell you that the rice pilaf was light and fluffy and very flavorful. The honey glaze that was on the carrots made those shine. Then you can taste the sweetness of the carrots as well, and they were so tender. The chicken tasted really good as well. The skin was nice and crispy from being under the broiler, and I really liked the meal as an entirety. It was all pretty delicious. So with that being said, make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will comment back to you. Thank you very much. And until the next video, I will catch y'all on the flip side.